Hello students, welcome to our channel. Today we are here to share some reading tips and tricks with you. And before giving you reading tips and tricks, let's talk about format. And before go to format, please like and subscribe our channel. And if you want any kind of query from us or you want any kind of coaching from us, then we are available and our phone numbers are appearing on the screen. So please feel free to contact us. Okay, now move to format. Reading format is there is actually a little bit difference between academic IELTS and journal IELTS. In academic IELTS, there will be three parts, three sections, section A, section B, and section C, and there will be 40 questions and each question will be of 1 mark. There is no negative marking and time allowed is 1 hour, means 60 minutes. And in journal IELTS, questions and timings, it will remain same, but difference exists in the structure of sections. There will be 5 parts rather than 3, and they will also actually much easier and simpler as compared to academic IELTS. In academic IELTS, the paragraphs will be more scientific and more difficult, but in journal IELTS, these will be more easier and simpler as compared to academic IELTS. But remember, there is also difference in getting the band scores. In academic IELTS, you will get 7 bands when you have uh, 30 questions right. But in journal IELTS, you have to get near about 34 questions correct if you want to get band 7. So in checking criteria, in marking criteria is also little bit different in both the IELTS. And now let's talk about the question types. What kind of questions appear? They remain the same in both journal IELTS and academic IELTS. There may be match the headings, find the headings. You may have given the paragraphs and you have to find the headings of each paragraph. And sometimes you are given headings and you have to match the headings with the paragraphs, that which heading is suitable for the paragraphs. The other one may be the true, false, or not given. What is true, false, or if answer is not mentioned, then you will have to write not given. Same way, yes, no, or not given. You have to read the instructions actually. They are almost same, but sometimes you are given that write true, false, or not given, and yes, no, or not given. Further, there may be fill in the blanks to complete the diagrams, to complete the flow chart. There may be MCQs, multiple choice questions, and complete the summary or table. So this kind of questions may appear in the reading exam. Okay. Now that was the format, and now we move to the tips and tricks to crack the exam or to get a higher band score. Okay, the first thing is that do not try to understand the full passage. Okay, you have not enough time that you have to understand the full passage. So try to only get the meaningful information, that what question is asking. Try to find out those. So don't try to understand the full passage. If you take too long to read the passage, you might not have enough time to complete the test on time. So try to underline the important keywords. Okay. Next is increase your reading speed. Okay, you have time limit to complete the test. It is actually 60 minutes for both the IELTS. So challenge yourself to complete the test in time. Try to find out the answers quickly. Try to increase your reading speed. Okay, so when you practice, don't read only IELTS reading practice tests, but also try to read articles which are in English or news, uh, to listen news, or means any way in with which you can increase your reading speed. Try these methods. Okay, next is vocabulary. Your vocabulary should be high because uh, you should understand the meaning of the words. If you don't understand, you can't find out the right answer. So, but here vocabulary doesn't mean only to know about the meaning of word, but also you should know when you can and you cannot use a proper word. Okay, and where the word is not suitable, where you can't use that particular word, you should know that. So I think, so vocabulary doesn't mean only that you know the meaning of the particular word. Okay, you should also know that where that particular word fits. Okay, next one is keywords. Learn to find keywords from questions and use them correctly. Some keywords are obvious, like name, place, dates, or numbers. These are obvious. But some other keywords which are different and which are based on paragraphs and on questions. So you should have understanding to find the keywords, that which are the keywords and which are on which you can find the answer. Okay, next is grammar. Grammar is very helpful, especially in summary completion. When you have to put answers in, and you should know that, or you can find out that is it correct? Is it a fitting? Answer is fitting in this summary completion, that it is grammatically correct. If you find any word that you think it is answer and you have filled it in the blank, then you should read the proper line and think that it does it fit in that, or it the line is grammatically correct or not. If it is not, then you may understand that the answer is not correct. So you should know about the grammar also. Next is practice. As we always say that practice makes a man perfect. So if you will practice regularly, then only you will improve. There is no other way. If you know all other things but you are not practicing, you may not get your desired score. Practice is very, very necessary. So try to practice more and more. Okay. Next, and try to widening your reading skills. Okay, if you have enough time before the test, then widening your reading skills by reading difficult articles in English. Try to listen BBC News and other news channels, or reading articles especially on science or something like that. Okay, now next is the read the instructions carefully. For example, there may be instructions given like answer in one word or in two words, or two words and a number. So you should carefully learn that what the instruction is, and you have to write the answer according to that. For example, if you have to give answer in one word and in passage answer is red bus, but you will give answer only bus, not you will write the red bus. Okay, so you should know about these things. Next is don't panic. In panic or in nervousness, you will not understand anything. Okay, so it is a rule. So try to be cool, okay, and be easy, and forget every kind of worries and only concentrate on the paragraphs on reading test. So don't be panic. In panic, you will forget everything, the things which you know already. You will also not understand those things at that time in a panic situation. Further, leave no blanks. Try to leave no blanks. Okay, try to answer all the questions. If you don't know any answer, then try to guess. Maybe your guess is right and you get that point. But if you do not write the answer, then getting a point, chance to getting a mark is 0. But if you're guessing, there is chance. Maybe it may be 1% that your answer is correct and you may get 1 mark for that. Okay, next is spelling. Don't use the wrong spellings. If you are writing the answer, you know the answer, but spelling is wrong, you will lose 1 mark for that. So in reading, especially all answers you have to find from the paragraphs. So there is a minimum chance to write the wrong answer. So don't be in hurry that you, when you are writing, so you are writing the wrong spellings. So try to avoid that. The other thing is that in reading, like listening, in reading, answers keep an order. Okay, it means if the answer of second question is in fourth line, then obvious an answer of third question will be in the next lines. It will not go in the previous lines. No, means not in the first line or second line. It will go further. So answers keep an order except headings. In match the headings, you will not find the order, but remaining all other parts or remaining all other questions, you will find that answers are in particular order. Next is follow time bonding. Manage your time properly. It is very necessary to manage your time. Actually, in IELTS, especially in academic IELTS, the first paragraph is easy and the follow time bounding. Actually, managing your time is very necessary in reading test. Try to complete tests in time. Generally, it is said that there are 60 minutes and there are 3 passages, so give 20 minutes to each passage. But I will say don't do this because first passage is comparatively easy, second is more difficult, and third one is uh, most difficult from these 3. So try to complete the first passage in 15 minutes, second in 20 minutes, and third in 25 minutes, because third passage is more difficult. So give more time to third passage, and first passage is comparatively easy. So give less time to first passage. And next one is, if no answer is found, if you are stuck in on any question, then move to another question. Don't waste time to that particular question. Okay, go to another one. And if at the end of the test you have some free time, and then come back to that particular question and try to complete that. And last one is try to understand synonyms. It will also be very useful in listening test. So you should know the different words which have the same meaning. So try to use and know about the synonyms so that you can find and locate the answers very easily. Okay, students, that was our some tips and tricks for getting your desired score, and we will come with another videos, and which I think so will be very helpful for you to crack the IELTS exam. So if you like our this video, then please like and subscribe our channel. And if you want any kind of coaching from us, numbers are appearing on the screen. Feel free to contact with us. So also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, now for now, thank you very much.